just want to give you guys the info because I know Comcast might be the second or third biggest home ISP in the country. So I know for a fact it's got to impact some of you out there. All right, more than 237,000 Comcast customers had their security compromised. The story from Fierce Network came out a few days ago. Personal data from telecom customers, again, compromised by hackers. This one in particular, Comcast, 237,000 customers impacted. It says the incident highlights a growing risk operators face from attacks on third-party vendors. And I think that's part of the problem. It's not something I want to get into too much, but I think it's worth kind of mentioning is this is how they avoid having to deal with the responsibility. As they say, we have a company that does this for us, holds the data and all that. It just continues to beg the question, why the hell are you storing customer information for X amount of years, X amount of time with some random third-party company, which has no accountability, right? So thought I'd throw that out there. Letter to Comcast customers stated between February 14th and February 26th, an unauthorized party downloaded data from FBCS systems and encrypted some systems as part of a ransomware attack. So this happened in February. We're just learning about it right now. It is October. Hackers downloaded personal info such as names, addresses, social security numbers, dates of birth, Comcast account numbers, and ID numbers used internally at FBCS. It says here Comcast said it stopped using FBCS for debt collection in 2020, and the stolen personal data dates from around 2021. So actually, if you were a Comcast customer previously, not even a current one, you could still be compromised in this. So I think what you're going to want to do is, and this is exactly what we've been telling people with all these hacks. Right now, you want to do password changes, for anything that could be connected to those email accounts or identifiers. Get to your credit monitoring systems. Go ahead and freeze your credit. Set everything for alarms and notifications, fraud alerts for if there's any type of activity happening under your identity. And I think that's really all you can do at this point. Last year, Comcast had 36 million customer IDs compromised in a security breach called Citrix Bleed, which we actually covered. We discussed that at that time. Frontier had similar problems in April with a breach of 750,000 of its customers. All right, be your take on the whole shebang, man. The number, the incidents, and kind of the timeliness of this.
I don't have too much more to add that you haven't already said, Sneed. Of course, it's unfortunate. It's just par for the course. It's just kind of where the world is right now. Everybody's connected, so there's always going to be, danger when it comes to cybersecurity risks and threats and things of that nature. I know there's always more to do. There's always more that can be done by the bigger companies in order to try to mitigate some of this stuff, but eliminate it. It's probably never going to be eliminated. So, like you said, to your point, it's probably wise and advantageous for all of us to just monitor our credit. There aren't very many banks and credit card companies and stuff out there that won't offer some sort of credit monitoring. And then, of course, like you were saying before, maybe a good idea for all of us to just, start locking our, credit scores with the various credit monitoring companies and whatnot, just in order to be able to protect ourselves, because this type of thing is not going to slow down. We can bash big corporations all we want, and I guess to a certain extent that's warranted, but it's not going to change. So we just all have to be as vigilant as we can be with respect to our own digital security. So.
All right, solid B. And I think Speed Test Channel brings a good point too. The multi-factor authentication process, any type of security measures and things you could do to add layers of security, always adopt them, always use them. Just to add, I treat or I look at cybersecurity like an onion. Just adding layers creates resistance, right? So, they always go after the low-hanging fruit. They go after the easy stuff. So the more layers you got, the better chance you have of some sort of protection, some sort of deterrence.